We have a quick review of the Mini Cooper S, 2011 Mini Cooper S. Do a quick walk around. And now a closer look. The twin exhaust pipes. Yes. Xenon headlamps. The air cooling for the disc brakes. This Mini does have the optional sport package, which is why it has the larger wheels. And here we have the engine compartment. The 1.6 liter turbocharged 181 horsepower 4-cylinder engine is really jam-packed in here. Not much room. But we have the McPherson struts on each side and supports. Up here we can see the vent. It's hard to see under there. There we go. This is where the air comes in for the right there, the hood scoop. Here's a look at the trunk, the truck open. There's plenty of space back here for groceries and everything you'll need to carry, but if you can't fit it all in there, you can always fold these seats down very easily, and you have plenty more space to fit stuff in here. Also, the car came with a flat piece right here that can cover up what you put in the boot, but I took it out. I don't really need it. And just because it's awesome, here's the door sill. And here we have a view of the interior. Floor mats are a little bit dirty. I'm going to take a quick look at the seats. Here we have the up and down adjustment. You can raise it, go up, and press it back down to go down. All Minis are manual seats. They do not have automatic seats as of now. But see this, you pull up and slide the seat forward and backward. Right here is the switch to open up the seat to get in the back. Here we have the back seats. And on the inside of the seat, there's lumbar control right there, and then beneath that, this controls the angle of the seat back. And now I'll show you around the interior a little bit more. The steering wheel, of course. The tachometer, which has a built-in digital speedometer. Air vents and the control stick on the left. And then the right control stick. This is where the key goes. This is the main, the speedometer, which also includes the radio and the radio controls. And here we have the CD player, the eject button, and the air conditioning, and all these toggles down here. And beneath that, there's the USB port and auxiliary input, which is connected to a Y cable, which turns into an iPod connector, so you can connect like an iPod like this. And that allows you to control it from the steering wheel controls. This is next CD or next track and previous track, and then volume up and down. And on the right here, of course, this is the cruise control settings. Moving over to the right side, we have the some more air vents and speakers, of course. And on the left door here, we have the controls for the mirror adjustment and the door handle right there. And plenty of storage down here for whatever you want to put. Right here, this is an interesting feature. You can just press this bit in and it opens up. You have a bit of storage space in here. I've put my TomTom GPS and some gloves and some other stuff in there, but you can fit quite a bit of stuff. It's like a second glove box. And then the main glove box, you just press this button and it pops down, and there's plenty of room down here for everything you need to put in there. Here's a better view of the interior with the metal pedals down there, and of course the 6-speed manual. And I'm currently in the back, so there's some more speakers and a small armrest. Now I'll go through the basic functions of the radio on the Mini Cooper S. This is the standard radio. It is not the navigation system, of course. This entire pod would be taken up by a big screen if it were the nav. But the simple functions are, here's the tone selection. You can adjust treble, balance, fader. You can reset it, of course. And then you can go to the gong, which is the noise it makes when you, say, open the door. Or when you leave the key in the ignition or leave the lights on or something. But this car does have automatic lights, so that should never happen. The speed volume is so that when you go faster, it will turn the volume up, and I actually want to turn that up a little bit. Alright. And of course all these other options are just as adjustable. I do have the Harman Kardon sound system in this car, so it does have all the great sound. I can show that to you, playing a CD 3 Doors Down, which is of course the best band ever, and if you don't like them, then you suck. Now, it might be tough to tell, but what you're hearing is awesomeness, so I'll turn that off for now. Now the mode button allows you to select what source you want to listen to. The tuner is, of course, the radio, and that's pretty simple. It's just like a BMW. You select, by the way, this is the volume, and this is selection. So you can select different stations with this, FM, AM. These are the settings you can turn on or off: HD radio, RDS, and PTY. These are both like information services. And then SC is, of course, scan. But let's see. And there's the information there. Fleetwood Mac. Alright, well, in the meantime, I'll turn that down, and I'll press menu again, and here we have satellite radio. I've not set that up, but I'll set that up and show a video if people are interested. CD, of course, is just what I showed you. And then iPod is, when I have the iPod connected down here, you can listen to the music through that. That's a different interface here. We select that and we hit list, which is playlists, GEN, which is genres, ART, artists, album, track, random, which randomly selects songs from the artist or playlist that you're listening to, and levels, which adjusts the auxiliary input level in relation to all the other inputs. Now all these are pretty simple, but as this is only a 2-line screen, it's kind of hard to go all the way to the bottom of your artist list. Might take a while to get to the bottom of mine. As you can tell, I have uncanny, amazing musical taste, but you know, it's still possible to get down here. It's just a little bit harder, so I recommend using a playlist. It's just easier. And then the up button will, of course, bring you back to the top. If you press in on any of these, you will open up the artist and list the songs by them. Let me find a good artist. How about Boston? Alright, so I select Boston. Sorry, it lists the albums here. And here we have Corporate America and some other albums. And then you can go to the top and, of course, select all, and it'll just list all the songs from Boston. So that's easy to go through. And then in the play one, you just select it, and it'll start playing. This is a relatively quiet song. How about Hitch a Ride? Alright, well, to go back up, we just press that, and it'll bring it back to Boston. This CORR over here is current, so it'll list what's playing again. When we go back, and this is the main menu, so it'll just show what's playing, the title of the song. Alright, if I disconnect the iPod, then you can see when I go to mode, I get different options. I get auxiliary input, which is if you want to connect your phone to the auxiliary input jack that I showed you earlier, or USB. You can plug a thumb drive in here and play music from that. But before it starts playing, it will index the music, which can take a minute or two depending on how big the thumb drive is and how much music is on it. Of course, this M is to tune forward and back, although you might not use these buttons that much because this is essentially the same thing. Right here. The menu button lets you access the phone functions, computer, and configuration. Go to configuration first. These are all the options they have. You can adjust whether distance is measured in miles or kilometers, the language, the consumption, whether it's measured in miles per gallon or kilometers, and temperature, Fahrenheit or Celsius, and of course the time. Computer will show you all this information. The gas consumption is 32.2 miles per gallon. Keep in mind this, I'm still breaking this car in, so it's not getting as good mileage as it could. Speed right there, that's your average speed. Range is how far you can go on the available tank of gas, and the exterior temperature is 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Phone, I don't have my phone connected right now, but that's a whole different menu. Could show you that if people were interested. Another way to get to the phone is, of course, this button right here. That'll let you make phone calls easily and stuff. Now the standard radio screen just shows you the time and the date, which is fairly convenient.